Round and round spins the mystic wheel of the Zodiac. Hey, Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, welcome to Monday. Look where Psychic Bob is. He's back home. And I'm sitting here today looking at my mystical Zodiac wheel pendant. You know, I love astrology. It's been a lifelong passion of mine. And this pendant is very special to me. This pendant actually used to belong to the world famous psychic and astrologer Jean Dixon. Jean Dixon was a very famous psychic, lived literally here in my area in Washington, D.C. She literally lived about 10 minutes away from me. And I loved all of her books, read her works, studied her astrology forecast. Jean Dixon was very famous here in the 1960s through the 1980s, and she ran a syndicated column on horoscopes and had many books out about psychic work. Well, anyways, Jean Dixon, when she died several years ago, there was an estate auction, and I was able to go there, and I actually bought some of her actual original jewelry. This was actually Jean Dixon's pendant, and I acquired it through the estate auction. So I have some pieces of her jewelry, and this is one of them. This is one of her famous pendants. So Psychic Bob actually owns a piece of history. Well, welcome to Monday. I'm going to put on my Zodiac wheel because we're going to spin around the wheel, see what's in the stars for you. Welcome to Monday. For those of you who are new here, we gather every Monday, and I take a little look at the stars and see what's going on for all of you. So we're going to jump right in and see what's in the stars for you. So what do we got going on here? Well, by the way, I should remember to tell you that this forecast is from Monday, August the 23rd, 2021 through Sunday, August the 29th, 2021. So the 23rd of August to the 29th of August, Monday through Sunday. That's how we do it here. Okay. Well, we've got a very interesting week, I tell you. So we're starting off today with our sun in the sign of Virgo. Woo! Happy birthday to our Virgo babies. And Virgo is an earth sign. It's a very powerful earth sign. We've got our moon today in the sign of Pisces, which is a water sign. This is a great combination because earth signs and water signs really work together. The earth nourishes and supports the water, and the water revitalizes the earth. You could think of it that way. So our sun is in earth, our moon is in water, and this is going to create today a sense of stability, a sense of nurturing, a sense that everything's okay in the world, at least for today. And that's how we're starting out here, you know. We have some transits that are also affecting us today. Our sun, again, is in opposition to Jupiter. We had this transit all last week, and it goes just for a few days of this week. But our sun is in opposition to Jupiter today. And that energy highlights ambition, going for your goals, knowing that you can have success. What's really interesting is that we also have some other transits, and these other two transits are literally playing out every day this week. Our first transit is Mars is trine Uranus. Mars trine Uranus means that this week you want to let your inspiration come through. Uranus is a planet that can bring radical breakthroughs. Just when you think like you've lost hope or you just can't get things moving, Mars trine Uranus this week says, just be open to surprises. Be open to a last-minute change could bring just the good fortune that you need. Mars trine Uranus means that all hope is not lost, that there are winds of change coming, and though they may be a little radical, ultimately they'll inspire you, uplift you, and be for the good. So Mars trine Uranus this week is a favorable aspect. I'd almost say it's bringing good luck to us. And so if you're somebody and you've hit an impasse, whether in a relationship or a job or just in life, you feel like you can't go forward, Mars trine Uranus is what I like to call the second wind. It's coming in. Sometimes that second wind can be a whirlwind, almost a tornado, but in this case, it's a breakthrough. The wonderful thing that we also have happening this week is that Mercury is in opposition to Neptune. Now, I know a lot of astrologers will tell you that an opposition is a negative aspect. I disagree with that. When I read astrology, I find that an opposition is actually a point of power. The reason why is that when we talk about Mercury in opposition to Neptune, it means both of the planets are directly facing each other. Now, on Earth, when we have the moon directly facing the Earth, or the moon is in opposition to the Earth, we call that the full moon. And I tell you, all the Wiccans that I know say the full moon's a time of great power and blessing. And I think this holds true throughout the cosmos. So when planets are in opposition, I see that as signs of power. So Mercury, all this week, is in opposition to Neptune. What does that mean? That means put on your psychic caps, because this is opening up an inner dialogue. If you're somebody who says, well, I don't have a psychic bone in my body, you may be very surprised this week to discover that Mercury in opposition to Neptune is opening up an inner knowing and inner dialogue. This week, you really want to pay attention to that inner voice. And even if for those of you who say you are not psychic, I'm going to challenge you today and say, I want you to consider this, because this alignment is giving power to the inner voice. This, you may find this week with Mercury in opposition to Neptune, that it's hard to to communicate ideas outwardly, because the inner world, the inner knowing is so strong that you may be challenged in outer world communications. Don't worry about it. By the time we get to Friday of this week, the planet alignments have shifted in a way that outer world energy is active in a stronger way. So Mercury in opposition to Neptune this week means trust your inner voice. Trust that sense of timing. Trust your own wisdom and the voice of your higher self and the voices that come from the spirit world. Because people this week, everybody, whether you're psychic or not, will have an edge on the psychic connection. So trust your inner voice. Let this week be a week where you explore what it means to be psychic. So Mercury in opposition to Neptune, in my opinion, is a sign of power, particularly psychic power. This is a great aspect to have. And for those of you who are actually working on psychic development, this indicates an increase in your abilities, stepping up your game. By the way, speaking of this week, in psychic development, every Saturday I teach a psychic development class. So you could go register this week for this Saturday's psychic development class. We're doing a class on clairsentience. That means knowing, inner feeling, inner knowing, and how to channel information directly from spirit. So you want to go register for that, because this Saturday, the psychic power is so high, and if you take a psychic class, it'll only move you ahead. So this is a little bit that's going on this week. We're starting off with our sun in opposition to Jupiter. Remember, follow your ambition. Mars trine Uranus says, don't give up hope. A new wind of change and blessing is coming. And with our Mercury in opposition to Neptune, well, your psychic senses are heightened, you're tuned in, and you know what you know, and you know what the spirit wants. So let all of these alignments work for you, claim them for yourself, and move forward in a way of joy and success. Listen, I say it every week, but it's true. If you are at a time of distress, don't give in to despair. Just pause, take a deep breath, and look above. The wheel of the Zodiac, that's right, this wheel on my pendant is literally above us in the heavens, always moving, always spinning. And that means each day it brings new alignments and new blessings and new opportunity to move forward. So let the stars be your allies and your guides, and keep faith, hope, and love in your heart, and you're sure to make it. Guys, listen, I hope you've enjoyed this little astrology forecast. Thank you for being here. If you've enjoyed this, please make sure to help me out. Like this video, favorite it, thumbs up, share it with your friends. Tell them what we do here at Spirit Channel, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. Love you to be here. Well, guys, listen, I got to cruise. I love you guys. Oh, don't forget, be here tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon Eastern U.S. time, for a live stream event. We're going to do a live stream messages from the spirit world. I'll be taking your chat questions and doing live psychic readings. So make sure to be here. Don't miss out. Please come and join us each week for messages from the spirit world. Tomorrow, Tuesday, August 24th. Is it 24th? I can't have my glasses here. At 12 p.m. Eastern. That's 12 Eastern. For those of you in North America, 12 Eastern, 11 Central, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. For those of you in Europe, it'll be 5 p.m. London Time, 6 p.m. Paris Time. Hope you'll be here tomorrow for our special live stream event, live stream messages from the spirit world. Bring your questions and come and get a reading with me. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. We'll be back here tomorrow for that event. And until then, may all of you always blessed be. Hail the mystical Zodiac. See you tomorrow, guys. Thanks.